What's up, guys? I'm just walking around outside right now because I have this like cold. But I was writing out some notes today on like some particular posts that I want to start posting out. And I started thinking about this one little topic that I still use on phone calls or anytime I want someone to work with me. I always use this, and it's very, very essential because you have to learn about the sales psychology, not only in advertising, not only in like if you're in the agency style and you're trying to get customers, or you're trying to get gym owners to pay you, or you're trying to get gym owners trying to get clients. All these things have that same common thing. And the first time I learned about this, I was I had got into a coaching program where they taught me like how to sell, right? High ticket stuff. And I never really thought it was that big of a deal. So I would get on these coaching calls, and one of the things that I would basically talk about, hold on, I can't see who's calling me. Shoot. Okay. I don't know who's calling. So I would get on these phone calls, and like as soon as someone would jump on a phone with me, I would say, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And this is why it's important to have scripts, okay? And if you don't have a script, then you're kind of shooting blindly. It's kind of like if you're if you're playing darts and you close your eyes and throwing darts, or you're shooting blindly, you're shooting blanks, or not necessarily blanks, but you're shooting blindly into the dark and you don't know where you're going to hit or what you're going to hit. And that's kind of why I'm really emphasis on scripts, or rather like having a framework. And the framework here is to kind of get the point across that I want to teach you this 3-word persuasion tactic that I use every single time in any call, any post, anything, when I want to initially get the walls of the barrier down. Okay, so anytime you're going to ask for a sale from someone, objections will come up immediately, because everybody already knows that you have something to sell, especially if you're like a salesman, especially if you're a gym owner, like anytime you're in business, people know that you're trying to sell them something. That's the truth about it, okay? And nobody wants to be sold, right? But everyone wants to buy, and you don't want to be the sleazy guy that sells it to them. However, when you use this tactic the right way, you're going to know exactly what to say to get off those barriers. Okay, so here's what happens. Anytime you get in first connection with someone, immediately, like if you go to a car salesman, immediately you walk in and you're like, I'm not going to buy anything. But then they break you down. Basically, they break down your barriers. And as soon as you say that, you've already put up one barrier, which is the cortisol. You stop thinking so much. It's that cortisol, the tension hormone. So basically, this is like selling through hormones, okay? So what happens is that you get on a phone call, and people have already been trained over the years, like phone calls mean sales. And as soon as they're going to get on a phone call with you, their walls go straight up, like right away. Boom, I'm not buying anything. Don't you try to sell me anything. And, I used to have this all the time. I would get on a phone call with people, and immediately, as soon as I would say, hey, what's up? The person would say, hey, I'm interested in your program. How much does it cost? And me, as a reactive person, I was like, crap, shoot, I got to tell them the price right now, or I'm going to lose them. And almost every single time I would tell them the price, and they would never see the value. And they would be like, that's too much for me. But it's always too much. It's always going to be too much. But when you learn how to, number one, you have to take control of the call. Number two, or take control of the conversation that you're in. Number two, you have to be able to take down the walls of barrier. And I like this one phrase, this one sentence can make all the difference. And I used this on one of my clients, and he loved it. He was like, holy crap, I didn't know you did that to me, but I loved it. So a guy came to me the other day. It's actually a buddy of mine from high school. He came to me the other day, and he wanted to make a passive income. He wanted to make some extra cash, and he saw that I was doing some stuff, and he goes, hey man, can you help me get my first client, or first get my foot in the door with this side business? And I go, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll help you out, man. I'll teach you what I know, and if it works, that's cool. And so I'm like, let's just hop on a free call. Let's just see if I can help you. And so we hop on a call, and I'd go through my script. And at the end, he's like, wow, yeah, of course I'll pay you, right? And not too long later, he got some clients. He got a client right now recently. The client actually made $13,000 in like a month or something. So that's amazing for him. But what's cooler was after the pitch that I made to him, he was like, dude, I didn't even see that coming. And I was like, I know. That's why it's so amazing, because when you understand this, it's conceptually like a scientific thing, but it's an art on how to use it. And so my favorite way, my hands down favorite way to say this is very simple. Okay, when you get on any call or you post anything, this is it. If or how I can help. And every time I would say that, every time I would post that, people's walls immediately went down, because they know right from the get-go, he's not just out here to sell me something. He's actually just trying to see if he can help me. And every single time, it never fails, never, ever, ever, ever fails. The people's tension will drop. I could see it, like when I would be coaching in person, I could see their shoulders literally like the breath of fresh air after I said, I just want to see if or how I can help you. You can take a deep breath right now and say, I don't have to, this is the time right now. Take a deep breath and know, man, I'm not that sleazy guy. You just want to see if or how you can help them. Because there's not everybody, you can't help everybody. And most of you think, well, I'm just going to go out and I'm just going to crush everybody. Like, I'm going to get everything in everybody. And when I learned this, when I started doing this, I started seeing like radical results, like almost instantly. As soon as you say, hey, look, like take yourself apart from the income, and know that you're in a people business. And as long as there's people, you're going to have business. Does that make sense? But you have to learn how to talk to them the right way. And one of the easiest phrases that you can use right now to help people, first and foremost, get that conversation going with you. Because if you can't pitch the product, then there's no use. Like you cannot talk to them about the product if they're still stuck on they don't trust you. They don't trust you. That's the first part. First thing that people jump on a car or see your website, they have to find trust in you. Okay? And the easiest way to find people, to get people to trust you, is to take away that barrier. Is to hit that first boom. That first deep breath is the most important one. Okay? And so what I mean by that is, when you get on a phone call, every time I get on a phone call, whether I can help them or not, I always say this, always, every single time. Listen, at the end of this call, I'm going to propose an offer to you. However, it's okay for you to say no. It's okay for you not to want to work with me. Similarly, it's okay if I don't want to work with you, and it's okay if we can't work together. But I just want to make sure I can help you, or if I can help you at all. If I can't help you, I'll just let you know. I'll let you know I can't help you. And if I can't help you, I'll tell you how I can help you. Okay? And when you say it like that, almost effortlessly, their barriers drop. And you'll feel, if you're on a phone call or in person, you'll feel their shoulders literally drop and their whole body just shift downward. And it'll be like, they'll take a deep breath, and you'll see their physiology just completely change just by that one simple phrase. So I want you guys to start transitioning from just trying to sell stuff to try to serve people. And if you also need the script that I follow every single time, whether it's B2B or B2C, I always have a script. I always have a framework on how to position my products or how to position myself for my coaching. It's always a framework. There's always a script. There's always a step-by-step process. And once you understand that, you can be almost bulletproof in your marketing or your sales tactics. So if you guys want that, just comment below. Just comment me. I'll send you a message. See if you can grab onto it. But I want you guys to use this. Use this. I'm telling you, it's a fantastic way of getting people to drop their guard. But not, let me give you a disclaimer. Let me give you a little warning. If you do this, you can literally take advantage of people. So do not, I need your 110 honesty, or rather, I need you to be integral about this, because if you do it the wrong way, You guys can literally take over people's lives. You guys can control people's lives with these things that I'm teaching you. And I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to take advantage of people. This is always about helping people. And so when you understand that, and you use it in the right context, people love you for it. They love to buy stuff from you because you take away the sales from it and you position your products for them. Does that make sense? So if you guys want that, the script that I use every single time, B2B or B2C, whether you're trying to get new leads and new clients, this is the script, okay? And you have to know how to position yourself as the expert and take away the objections. So with that being said, I'm gonna hop off here, guys, and let me know in the comments, just comment me if you want in or you want the script.